Hey everyone, this is technically the beginning of the reading that I'm doing. I don't usually record when I'm channeling and preparing the energy or getting into the energy, I guess you could say. But for some reason, I kind of feel like maybe I'll give you a little sneak peek into kind of how I process things. It comes in so randomly, I'm just saying. So this might actually be at the end of a reading or on Patreon only. I'm not sure exactly where it's going, how it's going to fit in, but I usually do what I feel and what I'm drawn to do. So there could be a change up here within this energy. And it's funny because I said, I didn't say anything. Well, actually I did. I said it out loud, but what popped in my head, the first thing I wrote before I hit record was short, sweet, and to the point. So I don't know if that's pertaining to a message or not. So I might not speak much during this because I'm just trying to see what energies we're going to be calling in. But whatever it is, it's going to be short, sweet, and to the point. It does pertain to matters of the heart, matters of the heart chakra opening. So it could be some type of either self-expression or wanting to be open with another person. I'm like drawing a line up and down. Somebody's going back and forth. Matters. This matters. You matter. This matters. It's protection. You're protected. Protection, you're protected. Something to do with matters of the heart, you're protected. Protection. Protection matters. I kind of feel like the back and forth is a self-protection, like toying with an idea. Should I do this or say this? Should I move forward with this person or not, or keep myself protected? Because if you're closed down, you are protecting your heart. I feel like, don't worry, you're protected. Opening the door to something new, it's okay. You're protected. It's okay. Opening the door to something new. So there's a new opportunity here, whether it's with a person or in a situation. And for some reason, I just want to stop right now and be like, hey everyone, I am Jessica from Willow Vine's Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do a collective message. So please like the videos, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe to join the tribe. So now we're going to dive right into this short and sweet message. That's probably just going to be the beginning, apparently. I don't know, I feel like there's like a behind the scenes. There's something going on behind the scenes here. So it's something you're not seeing or this other person isn't seeing, and it could be, you know, the healing process, somebody working on themselves, working up the courage to take action towards whatever this is, or take action towards this person. Because there is a level of fear here, probably because someone's been hurt a lot or disappointed a lot. Like, I don't feel like I don't want to be a disappointment. I don't want to get disappointed. Like, I don't want to get my hopes up, because whenever something good happens, something bad follows. It's like the mentality of waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, oh, is this too good to be true? And even if it isn't like fantastically wonderful, it's that, I don't know, I'm feeling that energy of, I don't want to get too excited, because whenever I do, I get disappointed. So someone's in that energy, and that might be why they're a little sheltered off or closed down at this time. And Spirit saying, if you're in that energy, or whoever is tied to you is in that energy, don't worry, you're protected, you're safe. It's okay. It's okay to open up. It's okay to take this step, whatever it is. If somebody has something to say to another person, make it short, sweet, and to the point. Be direct. Like, don't beat around the bush and do that whole let's dance around the mulberry bush bullshit, you know? Just get to the point of what you need to say. Get it out there. Because I feel nervous. I mean, that happens whether you gotta deliver bad news or if it pertains to matters of the heart, when you feel very strongly about what you're saying, or you know somebody else will, whether it's in a negative way or a positive way. And it's like, are you going to handle this information well, or are you not? Are you going to accept what I'm saying, or are you not? Who cares about what the other person accepts, or if they like what you have to say or not? I know it's easier said than done, especially when it does pertain to matters of the heart. Like if you're interested in somebody, rejection sucks, but at least you'll have an answer. At least you'll know if you take that chance. You're going to be fine either way, no matter if you get what you want or not, or this person is, because there is an opportunity opening up to somebody, and it feels like there needs to be a change in communication. So if this is someone that you've dealt with or spoken to in the past, then they need to handle this differently, because maybe they were wishy-washy, back and forth, beating around the bush, like I didn't just come out and say what I needed to say kind of thing. I wish I did. So they need to take that approach this time, instead of doing the same old shit basically, or you do. It's just being more direct, even if it's with friends, family members. It feels like I just get to come out and say this. I just get to come out and do this, and an opportunity is presenting itself so that somebody can, so that somebody's able to speak up, basically. All right. Somebody's got to speak up. So let's see what's going on here for the collective. I kind of feel like I'm going back to the basics, because I used to do my channel messages in my readings a lot, but I wouldn't always do it on camera, because sometimes it can be really time consuming. There'll be lots of time where it's just silence because it's processing information, or it takes a minute for different messages to flow through in that sense, because I don't have images like on cards to go off from. It's like, I don't know, there's something slow. Why am I talking about this? Like, going back to the basics and going slow could be important in this, especially when we're talking about building any relationship with another person, whether it's romantically speaking or not. Slow is always good. Friends first. Take your time with things. But be direct, be honest, be open. That's what someone needs to do. There is a powerful energy shift here. But yeah, I would do that behind the scenes. I would do that off camera, like my channel messages, and then explain it on camera. So it's going over things, figuring things out before speaking up, before making this move. So someone could be doing that. Because I'm kind of picturing when you're typing out a text or an email or whatever, and it's like, oh, no. Okay, that's good. I'll leave that. Somebody's overthinking what they need to say or what they want to say, when it could just be very short and sweet and to the point. Instead of writing this elaborate email, paragraph, novel, basically, just be like, hey, I've been thinking about you. I'm sorry for whatever fucking happened, or whatever. You know, it doesn't matter what it is, but it's like very direct and covers all the bases. So if you're trying to think of what to say to somebody, keep it short and sweet, to the point. All right. Don't add in all that extra fluff. That's what it feels like. Breaking dawn and a powerful energy shift. That's still here. These three were face down, so I'm not going to take them. Breaking dawn. That's a new beginning. You'll be pleasantly surprised is what I feel with this, because with this new opportunity, this new beginning, it feels like there's a shift. That's what will shift this situation. That's what will change things around. And someone's going to be pleasantly surprised with the outcome. So it's almost like fearing something for no reason. I'm thinking of like when you're so afraid to get on that roller coaster, for example, because it's like, oh my god, my adrenaline's pumping, and it's just like, I don't know if I want to do the loop-de-loops and go upside down, and I don't know. And then you finally do it. You work yourself up ahead of time, which brings on the adrenaline rush and the fear. And then after the fact, you're like, I could do that again. That wasn't even that bad. Like, why did I drum this up in my head to make it seem so much worse or scarier than it really is? Somebody drums something up in their mind. It's making me think of like the paranormal, spiritual gifts, things like that, because that's the unknown. It's uncharted territory for a lot of people, especially if they don't have those experiences. And even if they have, it's like I was talking to somebody the other day. Sorry, I'm talking so fast. It's just, it feels like it's coming in so fast. Like I have so much to say. I was talking to somebody and they made the joke of like, it's always so funny when people get freaked out when a spirit moves something or knocks on the wall or door or whatever, or opens a cupboard when they ask for it. Like you're standing in the room going, let me know that you're here. And then they do. And then all of a sudden the person's scared as shit and runs. And it was like from the spirit's perspective, like, what did I do? You asked me to do this. Why are you so afraid? Why are you fucking running away? Like, it just, I don't know, that concept made me laugh. And that's what I'm thinking of within this energy where somebody could have asked you to do something for them, especially if you are gifted, like, hey, can you do a reading for me? And then what you said freaked them out. And it's like, well, you asked me to do this, so what the fuck are you so scared of? It's something, even if it has nothing to do with the reading, it feels like wanting. I want this to happen, but I can't handle it when it does. So someone wasn't ready for what they thought they wanted. And it's not that what they thought they wanted, they weren't ready for what they wanted. It was too much. It's like, oh, this is cool, this is exciting until it happens. And then it's like, no, I don't know. So there's like backtrack energy here. Yeah, because there's a level of fear. But I feel like looking back, what the hell was I so scared of? Why was I so afraid of you? Why was I so afraid of this? Why was I so afraid of whatever? That's where the shift is coming in, because someone's no longer fearing moving forward, talking, taking this leap of faith, this step, whatever it is. They're no longer afraid, which is good. Okay, so yeah, let's do one of these first. The color red could be significant here. And purple. I don't know. The red's making me... Sacral chakra popped in my head. I'm not sure what the color coordinations with that. It could be, I'm not sure. But anyway, sacral chakra, because it's making me think of passion. And someone's third eye. Or spiritual abilities. Some of you could have picked up on this person's feelings. And that might have freaked them out. Because there's some intense feelings in here. Whether these feelings were geared towards you or not, I feel like I'm sensing how somebody's feeling. And it could be anger even. I just feel like I'm sensing how somebody's feeling about something, someone, a situation. What they're feeling is different than what they said. So it's like you could tell what was behind the mask. No matter who this person is, it doesn't even have to pertain to love. It could be those passionate feelings, but there's also some underlying shit in there that I feel like I'm picking up on, and it doesn't match with what somebody's saying. So that's where some of this back and forth confusion could be as well, because I mean, that person would be pretty confusing if they were feeling one way and saying another, but that happens all the time. But I feel like they're not used to people who could pick up on that. I mean, empaths, if you're clairsentient especially, you can pick up on that stuff. And sometimes those emotions feel like your own. I've explained this before many times, where if you, it sounds so absurd. It really does, especially to people who aren't um, knowledgeable in this field or haven't experienced it themselves, because it feels like something that's totally fictional or unbelievable. But it happens to a lot of people. You don't have to be psychic or have any of the clairs to be an empath, you know, to feel energies in a space or around people. Um, but when you feel the energy of another person, or many, but this feels more direct. So it would have been a one-on-one thing. Whether you were in, I don't feel like you were intentionally doing this, because I feel a level of confusion. So you're one-on-one with somebody feeling what they were feeling. You're picking up on their energy, and they're saying whatever they're saying, which doesn't match up. So you weren't wrong in what you were sensing, but I feel like what you were feeling felt like yourself. But it wasn't your feelings, it was their feelings that you were picking up on. So there could have been a level of confusion there for you, where it's like, why am I feeling this way? Like, oh my gosh, I'm so drawn to you, or I'm mad at you, or whatever it is. But you weren't. It's like, I have no reason to be mad, or why would I have these intense feelings towards you when we just met, or something. You know what I mean? It would be out of the ordinary. Not like you, it made you behave in a way that you don't normally behave, because you were sensing them. But I feel like they were masking that, but you weren't. So whoever was picking up on this energy was showing it freely. It was like letting it out for them through you, is what it feels like. But they were keeping it hidden. Even if those emotions weren't geared towards you, you were just picking up on their feelings. They could have been feeling that way about a different person. But it was putting their intensity in their face. No matter what the emotions were, it feels scary. But I don't feel like you were the one that was fearing whatever this is. You might not have understood fully what was happening in the moment. Maybe you do now by looking back. But and if that's happening to you right now, just take a moment and check yourself before you wreck yourself. There's a purpose behind this. It usually pertains to healing and growth and stuff. But I feel like it was too intense for whoever you were connecting with or talking to or whatever at the time, because it was being put in their face. You were like a giant friggin' mirror to them, and they were like, what? It's like you were showing them, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Because how you're feeling about my intensity is how so-and-so is feeling about your intensity. But they weren't looking at it that way. But that was the point of that interaction, I guess, was to put someone's crap in their face. Oh, wow, we got a few. So let's see. And I am going to look at them all. I just heard that makes so much sense. So if you were acting all wackadoodle, it's because someone around you was being all wackadoodle. At least their feelings were. Because that energy feels internal. Almost like an obsession. You could have been picking up on somebody's obsessive behavior. Who knows? It doesn't feel the healthiest. But it was, it's just so funny, because I feel like that's what they were hiding from everyone. Acting a certain way. You were picking up on what they were hiding because you were sensing it, even if you were consciously unaware of what was happening. And I feel like you were basically projecting it back to them. So you were acting out how they were feeling, scaring them, showing them that, hey, these feelings are a bit much. Don't do that to so-and-so, kind of thing. Realism with reflection. Oh my gosh, that's so funny, because that's what I was talking about, like the big mirror. And I said that before I even started shuffling this deck. It's like, this shit is real, is what I want to say. So your experience was legitimate. What happened here really happened that way. It just seems kind of hard to believe, but yet not at the same time, because it makes sense. It will make sense to whoever was feeling that way if they reflect and go, "Oh my god, yeah. That makes perfect sense." It will to them, or to you, whoever. Wheel of Fortune is to help you move on. Somebody needs to let go of a past person or situation, past feelings. Yeah, they definitely need to move on. Could a Cancerian could have been involved. I don't know if you were dealing with a Cancerian or if there's just one involved, or are one yourself. But this feels like moving on from someone in that Cancerian energy, whether that's their sun sign or not, or there's a Cancerian that need to move on. I'm not really sure. Either way, this is projection. Like, hey, this is real. This is really going on, and you need to look at yourself. You need to look in the mirror and reflect on these feelings, whatever the hell's going on within you, so that you can move past this situation, move past this person, so you can move on. This was divinely orchestrated, and I feel like whoever this person is that you are connecting to, because I'm talking to someone who is gifted, whether you were well aware of it at the time or not, because this feels like this already occurred. This was divinely orchestrated to happen because that person's loved ones want what's best for them, want them to move on. They were tied to an unhealthy person or situation, and it's like, all right, if you're not going to pay attention and this isn't going to change, we're going to show you. And I kind of feel like through that process, a non-believer is becoming a believer. So whoever was skeptic before, I don't know, they might not be very skeptic anymore. Or they won't be once they take the time to reflect. I feel like they already have reflected because I have something to say. So this person has something to say to you because they've already gone over this. Like, well, I don't know, it just makes perfect sense for some reason. It's time to charge full steam ahead. Move full steam ahead. All right, I want one of these. I don't know what this means, but there is a significance with someone's earrings or an earring. Something to do with an earring. I don't know if it's yours or somebody else's. An earring. It could be a ringing in your ears, but I feel like it's an actual earring. Maybe somebody has one earring, or they got their ears pierced, or there's a specific set of earrings. There's a bullseye here as well, so I don't know if somebody plays darts or if there's a dartboard that's significant, but that's like being right on the money. It's also reminding me of the Two of Swords card in the Everyday Witch Tarot, which is where she's blindfolded, but she gets a bullseye. So it's like, even though you can't see, you're right on the money, which would be with your intuition, what you were sensing and feeling. You were right about something. You were right about how this person was feeling, but you were right about something else, too. You were right about something else that you saw. Okay. I don't know, I'm looking at the Wheel of Fortune as though it's like a gamble all of a sudden. You took a chance and said or did whatever in this situation in the past, and it was the right move. It didn't feel like the right move at the time, though. So whoever you interacted with, it could have been multiple people. A place you went, something you came across, you saw. You might have just been drawn to do whatever this is, or to say whatever this is. And it was the right move. It was a good risk. It was a good gamble. But I feel like it felt like a flop at the time. Like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Why did I even interact with so-and-so, or why did I make that choice? It was meant to happen for one, but it wasn't a bad choice. It just didn't work out in the way that you anticipated or thought. Because I almost feel like, sometimes with divine intervention, we can feel a certain way about a person or situation so that we do it, so that we'll say something, so that we'll interact with so and so or whatever. It's like those feelings and urges are put on us by the divine so that we will do what we need to do. And then once that's done, once we do it, it's over with. So it's almost like, why was I so drawn to so and so and now I could fucking care less kind of thing. It's because you served your purpose. Not saying that you won't ever be around that person again, or that friendship, connection, relationship, whatever it was, can't be rekindled or um, fixed or something. But it's not about you. It was about whoever that other person is, and them getting out of some type of stuck energy. You could have even been feeling very stuck in that during that time. Because I almost feel like I'm losing my fucking mind. Like, that can't be right, but it is. Wait, what? I don't know. Like, that's the energy someone was in. And if you're intuitive, you could have been in that energy, but you were picking up on this person who was very, very conflicted within themselves. Because I just feel like whatever you were sensing around them, you were definitely reflecting it back. You were putting it right in their face. It was just way too much for them. Yeah, somebody had some obsessive behavior, potentially on social media junkie, but we have professional binge watcher. This is like when you find a series that you like and you just binge the crap out of it, and then you're like, crap, now I gotta sit here and wait because I watched the whole thing. It's like everything unfolded all at once. Now I gotta wait. That's probably your energy. Like whatever this is was just, it's done and over with. Like you've already achieved your, not your goal, you've already accomplished whatever mission this is. Mission accomplished. So it's like all this energy, all this information just came out already. And now you just gotta sit back and wait for season 2 or whatever. This is giving me that obsessed energy. Like I can't look away with reflection because I just threw that at reflection. It's like I can't stop. I can't look away. Someone's spending a lot of time paying attention to another person. Give me more on professional binge watcher with reflection. I don't normally set cards like that. It's like I'm on the edge of my seat. Like, what's going to happen next? The suspense is killing me. I don't... So that could be how someone's feeling. Like, what are you going to do next? What are you going to say next? What's going to happen next? Somebody paranoid? I feel like I'm enthralled. I'm interested versus paranoid. Like, that's the energy I feel. Like, you caught my attention. Now what? That kind of shit. Death. Scorpionic energy. Now it's over. The suspense is killing someone because it's like, I don't know, it feels like boom, 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 all this energy, all this shit happens and then nothing. I'm waiting for season 2. I'm waiting for the next thing to happen. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Why did I watch all that all at once? I need to know the rest. And then it's done. Because whatever happened here, it's complete, basically. Even if this person hasn't reflected within themselves, they haven't done the work on whatever they need to work on. If they haven't played their part yet, your role is over. Like, you're done. You don't have to deal with this person anymore if you don't want to. So if they're waiting for the next big bang with you, they're going to have to enter your life, because this is over. You're done reflecting shit back to them. You've shown them everything they need to see. Season 2 is up to them. They have to create it. You just did a recap. It's like you were the prequel to the situation. Like, yeah, I'm showing you what's already gone on. You need to reflect and move forward, and then you can start. Yeah. It's like I was showing you the truth about a betrayal, a painful ending, someone who does not have your best interest at heart. You know, someone who's fucked you over 10 ways till Sunday. I was just letting you know, even though you already know. I was just reiterating to you what the problem is here. For some of you, especially with this being divine intervention, I feel like this, whoever this person is that you were guided to help, even if you were unaware, like I said, they stabbed you in the back. They couldn't face what was being shown to them because this person can't face themselves. Or they couldn't at the time. I don't know if they're reflecting now. That might be why it's coming up because somebody has something to say. But I feel like they betrayed you. They hurt you through this process. And I kind of feel like the divine was like, okay, well, we're done with this, because you don't shoot the messenger kind of thing. Don't shoot the messenger. And they did. So their answered prayer is null and void now. This work that they would have had guidance and help doing, they're not going to get help now. They're going to have to do it on their own because they chose wrong. This person might actually need professional help, I'm just going to say. They could have said that shit about you, but yeah, somebody was looking at guidance in the wrong way. I feel like the truth about whatever happened here is going to come out. You're going to be well aware of it if you're not already aware. Give me just a little bit more on this betrayal, please. The Ten of Cups. Somebody tried to fuck with your happiness. They stopped something so you wouldn't get what you want, because they're not fulfilled. This feels like dying alone energy, like thinking that you would be fearful of being by yourself, on your own, independent, single. Like your worst fear is being all alone, and it isn't. That might be their fucking fear, just saying. What's weird here too is if somebody quote unquote ruined something for you, whatever they ruined probably wasn't for you in the first place. Because if this was a divine plan and someone decided to betray you, trust me, the divine would protect you. Oh, yeah, they would. Protection. You're protected. Like, it was okay to open up to this person. It was okay to be vulnerable. Friend, family, or otherwise, lover, whatever. Someone you were interested in. I feel like you were very open with whoever this is. Your heart chakra was wide open. And that was a channel message from last night. I don't know, for some reason I kind of feel like it might play in here, because it didn't make much sense when I wrote it down. I just wrote down what I felt. But I feel like part of the karma here is if they were trying to take away your happiness, something you want, whether it was a relationship, fuck up a family situation, anything, whatever, wherever your heart is at, whatever you love, whoever you love, like, done. So that you would be alone and miserable. That's how they're going to end up. They might be on top of the world at the moment, or they were, but that's going to slowly crumble. That's what this looks like. You get what you give. That's what that feels like. So anyways, and it kind of ties in to this, because I was talking about protection and stuff, but there was a few things that came through, and let's see if it makes any sense. And this energy seems I want to read it. And the only reason I want to read it is because when I was looking at this, I had this up, so it's like the information's right there if you choose to see it. The clarity is right there if you choose to see it. Someone doesn't, they want to be blind to it, and you can't open someone's eyes. You can get them the glasses, but you can't make them fucking wear it. Just like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, Yeah, because it's like the information's all right in front of your face. It's accessible to you. But someone's choosing not to see it that way or not to look into something. Because I got the veiled card and meditate card. And the veiled card can represent a sense of like somebody being walled off, or there's a mask, a persona here, which is what I was talking about. You're seeing beyond the mask of this situation, of this person or people. Could have been more than one person involved here. I just feel like you were a mirror, and everywhere you looked, you were reflecting shit back to people, and it was unsettling to some. Some who were in the dark night of the soul, or just those who don't understand or don't want to, and they choose to be blind. That can be a hard realization that they don't want to face, and they'll just point the finger and blame you, and you're the problem, whatever, even though you're not. They're the true problem. They just don't want to see it, ultimately. But that can also represent being in touch with the other side, like when the veil is at its thinnest. And in order to figure out what was going on here, and to just kind of decipher through the energies, there was a need to meditate, and maybe you have, or you are. Definitely meditate for answers and clarity for yourself. But the paradox card was the other thing that came out, and the weirdest part with this is the meaning of that card is a paradox, is your strength, or the strength, your inner strength, whatever the strength is, the strength that got you success will be your weakness. And I kept repeating that over and over and over, and I'm like, because I was thinking of it from my perspective, and I'm like, all right, so what would be my success? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? You know what I mean? Like, what are my strengths? So if my weakness is my strength, what is my strength? And nothing was making sense to me, because I don't feel like this message is for me. So that's probably why it wasn't making a lick of fucking sense. But it is so true that sometimes your strength can actually be your downfall. Like, if you think of it from an interview standpoint, when you're interviewing for a job and they ask you what your strengths and weaknesses are, you could be like, well, I'm a hard worker, and I put in overtime. Like, I always make sure to get the job done, and I get it done well. That's a strength, but it can also be a weakness, because you can push other things aside, you can be hyper focused, you can burn your ass out, which would be a weakness. So you'd have to have that balance for it to be a true strength, so that your superpower doesn't fuck you over, basically. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where the whole your strength is actually your weakness, or will become your weakness, plays in here. But I don't know, there's something to do with family betrayal pertaining to that. I don't know if it's overcoming something as somebody else's weakness. Somebody's glowing. I see an aura. Something to do with auras. A glowing aura. I don't know, for some reason it's reminded me of when I saw my Mimi. Why is it making me think of, because she passed away and she was glowing. I saw her like an aura. I saw her at her funeral behind the podium with her 2 husbands who had passed away at the time, because she was married 3 times. But I'm gonna cry, I don't know why. Her aura was like so bright. It's like it outlined her. That's what I'm being reminded of. And I was talking about the paradox. Your strength can become your weakness. And I'm touching the 10 of Cups card, which is like family. So it's almost like your family can be your strength and be there and be supportive and give you that power and encouragement to be strong and successful. But they can also be your weakness. Somebody used family against you, like in that sense. It doesn't feel spiritually like a mimic spirit or anything like that. I mean, it could have been for some of you. It seems I'm even mentioning it, but it feels more like when your family gives you strength, it can also be your downfall. I'm getting stuck on it again. I'm staring at the angel wings, like when they're not there anymore. The alone energy. Is that what someone's planning to do? Or what they tried to do in the past? I'm not sure where the timeline is for you, but what it's making me think of, like I said, because this is how I process, is your family gives you strength. You know, they love you, they support you, they're helpful. Like when you fall down, when you go through difficulties, they're there in this energy. Okay, so if that pertains to you, this could be for you. If not, if your family ain't around and they're not like part of your strength, then this message obviously doesn't apply. It could be pertaining to something else that's your strength and weakness. But what I'm getting at here is they build you up. They're there. They're helpful. It's beautiful. You love them. You care. They care. It just works, and it gives you strength and comfort. But because of that comfort, not complacency, comfort and support, when it's taken from you, when they die, it becomes your weakness because you don't have it anymore. Someone's family is their kryptonite. And the only reason why I say kryptonite is because it was the weirdest thing. The word love, which the love of your family, caring for other people, or just how loving and caring you are in general, can be a major strength, but it can also be a weakness, especially when people take advantage of you or when you feel the need to help those who don't need your fucking help, who are just users and abusers, you know? Being overly kind can be the negative aspect of that, and that can be someone's weakness as well. But anyways, the word love popped out, and then I went like this, and I'm like, I'm clawing at my chest. Why? And then I'm like, Superman. I'm like, oh, Superman, because you know he pulls his shirt open, it's got the S there. And then I'm like, okay, I'm talking about strengths and weaknesses. I'm seeing love, so that could be a strength and a weakness, whatever. Or that'll be someone's downfall. And I used to say that in the past, actually, like where someone was looking for someone's weakness to take them down, to hurt them, to upset them, to cause problems, whatever. And they were using love as a weakness. I was just talking about a false fucking connection and shit too, like the divine leading you to feel a certain way to help someone. So if you had those intense lovey feelings for whoever this person is and that got screwed up and someone messed with that, caused problems, that was meant to happen. Because you actually, them trying to find your weakness and take you down didn't work because that wasn't your weakness. It's like a false weakness being put out there. Anyways, I don't know. Something along those lines with that. But Superman, kryptonite. Kryptonite's the only thing that can weaken him, that can kill him, basically. There's nothing else in the world that can get to him except for kryptonite. So now we use that saying, even though it's fiction, as like, what's your kryptonite? What can take you down? What's your weakness? Someone wants to know your weakness. And then I drew an infinity symbol and wrote protection, which is what came up again here. Protection, you're protected, don't worry. Protect yourself while you put facts together. So while you piece things together and shit just starts making sense for you, keep it to yourself. Keep the deets to yourself. That's reminding me of Beetlejuice now because of the deets. And they didn't keep their knowledge to themselves because it wasn't even their knowledge, it was Lydia's knowledge. She's the one that could talk to the ghosts. Family. All right, so if I'm talking to someone who's intuitive, a medium, whatever, maybe you got abilities, you talk to spirit, whatever it is, it's something weird. Which I don't find it weird, but a lot of people do. So anyways, this is, just bear with me. She was the one that could interact with the ghost. She was the open one. And she was the one that brought it to her family's attention. So you could have mentioned this to your family, or your circle, people around you, whatever. But we use family as an example because that's kind of where I'm going with this. She's the one that tried to tell them, they wouldn't listen until fuckface Beetlejuice got involved, because he's like demonic if you think about it. So until there was problematic energy, they didn't see, they didn't believe. They didn't believe in what Lydia was saying until they saw it with their own eyes. And then the second they saw it with their own eyes, they wanted to tell other people. They wanted to bring other people in. They wanted to make money off from it. Like, we can sell this idea, blah, blah, whatever. So it's like going from somebody not believing you, not trusting you, to going, holy shit, now I believe you. Okay, this is a moneymaker. We can do something with this. But Lydia didn't want any part of that. She was trying to help the ghosts in the house. Like, she was trying to help. She was trying to be helpful. Because she didn't ask for any of this. It's just natural. So you were just trying to help someone in a situation, and it got blown way out of proportion because greedy motherfuckers, basically, they saw an opportunity, or they will. It's so funny because I wrote down winna chicken dinner, and when I was trying to explain all that, I burped and I ate fried chicken. Don't worry, I made it. It's so it doesn't have like carbs and all that shit in it. But anyways, it was really good. But I tasted it. It was a little loud burp, but it was just like TMI. But I'm like, fried chicken. I totally forgot I wrote that down. Winna chicken dinner. Well, I just ate my chicken dinner. I ate it a little late because I made it last night. But anyways, that's okay. It's almost like, okay, I ate it a little late because I made it last night. So You figured something out and sat on it. You waited. Yep. Someone's sitting on some information. Because there's a watcher. There could even be a professional watcher, like I wanted to say a spy. Kind of. Now Inspector Gadget's popping in my head. But Inspector Gadget fucks shit up a lot. A lot of things go wrong for this person. So, a PI, private investigator. There we go. Someone might hire a private investigator that was in this energy. But whoever that PI is, maybe they're not professional. Maybe they should have fucking gone to a professional, but that's kind of expensive. You know, you can just have someone pay attention to another person for a hell of a lot cheaper if they're not qualified, but that's called stalking and it's against the fucking law. So anyways, I don't know why I'm throwing my sunglasses. Sunglasses could be significant because that was completely fucking random. But anyways, yeah, somebody probably paid someone to pay attention to you, to be a private investigator, but they were like Inspector Gadget, fucking shit up. They didn't do it right. Because they're not fucking trained. Sorry, I'm dropping the F-bomb constantly. It is what it is. Alright, what's this? Not every... Oh, blah, 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 blah. It's not everyone else's fault. It's yours. You are a grown-ass adult. Stop blaming others for your shit. Yeah, there's someone who points their finger a lot. That's where reflection's coming in. It's like, get real. It's time to get real with yourself. Or this person, it's time for them to get real with themselves. You're a grown-ass adult. Own your shit. Take responsibility for the bullshit you've pulled, for your piss-poor choices and actions, you know? That's what someone needs to do here. I'm not saying it's you, the viewer. It's someone. Someone's gonna own up to shit. We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, someone's not very stable. And the Hierophant reversed. There's no higher knowledge here, just saying. Somebody is not good on their own. I don't know, it's like their failures, their situation, their life is their fucking fault. Wherever this person is in life, whatever they've lost, whoever doesn't want to talk to them anymore, whatever money is gone, whatever situation they're in, they did it to themselves. But they're pointing the finger at everyone else going, well, if it wasn't for so-and-so, I would have this. Or if it wasn't for that, this would happen. Or it's so-and-so's fault because whatever. No, it isn't. It's their own fucking fault. It was their own decisions. It was how they treated people in the situation. It was their lack of ambition. It was whatever it was their own fault. But this person is not looking at themselves. This is someone tied to you. This is probably who you were reflecting shit back to. Yeah, somebody was part of something they shouldn't have been part of. They did something they shouldn't have done, and they're not taking responsibility for it. Well, I kind of feel like it doesn't matter if they take responsibility for it or not. It's in their best interest if they do, but I feel like karma's coming because the wheel is here, and it's turning in your favor. Justice. What the fuck did I just say? Karma's coming. You know what's funny too? Is I was so drawn to get this sweatshirt. I love Nirvana anyways, but the smiley face is reminding me of something I came across during my spiritual drives a while ago. It was very significant, the wink face. But this is what I just looked at, and then I'm gonna, oh my god, it went from 30 minutes to 54, holy shit. You got a feeling you just can't shake. That little voice inside you, listen to that shit. Take a shot. Take your shot, take a risk. Someone's got a feeling, and it just won't go away. Like, I gotta say this, I gotta do this. I gotta say that, I don't know, I gotta make it short, sweet, and to the point. It pertains to matters of the heart, opening the door to something new. It's okay. You're protected. Don't fear whatever this is. Someone's fearing it. It's making my ear hurt behind my ear for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I just want to be like, ow, behind my ear. That just happened out of nowhere. It's not going to end the way that you think it will. That's what I just heard. Yeah. You have no clue how season 2 is going to start or end. It's not going to end the way you think. Oh, there's the tower. There's a shocking twist here. It's a shocking end. Yeah, it's not going to end in the way that you think, because here's the ending, which brings new beginnings. This is an ending too. This is a shocker. It's not going to end in the way that you think. Someone's going to try some crap, and they already have it planned out. They have the script written. You know, like, this is how it's going to unfold. Plot twist. Now, looking at reflection, this is reminding me, I know I gotta get off here, it's been too long. This is reminding me of that dream I had years ago, can't remember how many years now, with Anubis, which, there was a reading I did, I can't remember if I put it on Patreon or not, I think I did, because I mixed up, the sky god from Mesopotamia, Anu, with Anubis, because Anu and Anubis, for some reason I was thinking of the same thing. But anyways, so I said it wrong on camera, but I wasn't wrong with what I said. I just mixed up the deities basically with whatever the hell I was saying. It wasn't significant, but for some reason I'm like, oh, I said that wrong. I shouldn't even post it. But I really didn't. I knew what I meant. It just didn't come out the correct way. So that could have been going on here with a miscommunication as well. But anyways, in that dream, there was a man out back putting something in a mummy, like mummifying something, preserving it basically. And Anubis was the one that came to me and showed me. He was basically telepathically talking to me, and he's like, come over here. He led me out back, and I watched what the guy was doing. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? It could have been a ritual of some kind. And Anubis looked at me and telepathically told me to cut the mummy open, like to let it out. Superman. To let it out. That's weird. I wasn't thinking there's gonna be a correlation with that, but anyways, whatever it means to you. So after the guy was finished, Anubis gave me a dagger, but it was a magical dagger. It had all these symbols on it, and they were glowing and everything. Like, it was a sacred item, basically. And what the dude was using wasn't. It was just like a normal kitchen knife, you know, buck knife, whatever. It wasn't magical. And I was scared to do what Anubis wanted me to do, but I'm like, all right. So I did. I cut the mummy open, and right when I cut it open, there was nothing there, but he said, air. Air is words, thoughts, wind. It carries shit away. That's all he said was air. And all of a sudden, this like fire came out of the mummy and just shot everywhere. It like burned down all kinds of problems. It was like problem here, problem there. And so whatever someone was trying to contain, keep hidden, it's gonna blow up in everyone's face. That's the plot twist. They're not gonna tell me how, though. In a very unique way. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Love you guys. Don't worry, you're protected through all of this, and just let your light shine. Peace.